Okay, alright, okay. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. We have a good metal album to review right now. Before I get into this, we have a new song from the band Dumbo Gets Mad, premiered and streaming on theneedledrop.com. I know a lot of you guys are excited for this album. It's going to drop February 22nd. That's the album art. It's weird. Go check it out. Link down there in the D box. Alright, so this past week, I went on one of my favorite websites. It's been linked in the blog roll of my blog for a while. I don't know how long. Metalsucks.net. And I saw that they had blogged about me. And that was exciting until I found that they blogged about me negatively. And it was on my I Saw Sun video. And I could totally understand if that's your first introduction to me, then yeah, you could pretty much assume me to be a big f***ing dork. But I'm not an idiot. I saw that the post on the site had been written by Sergeant D, who to me is kind of like the staff troll of the website, and if he's not making fun of me, he would probably be making fun of somebody else. If I didn't have thick skin, I would not upload video logs of myself almost every day going about my favorite albums. So this situation has made me want to kill two birds with one stone, talk about one of my favorite records of last year, and extend the hand of broship to metalsucks.net. I know the guys Vince and Axel, who are the heads of the website, are good writers, have good taste, and if they think I'm a loser after this video, I'm still going to go on their website. So why am I reviewing this album from last year, especially since I like to keep you guys up to date on what is new? Well, basically it's because I did enjoy this, but this LP got released just about everywhere but the US. But according to this band's Facebook page, this LP will be getting released in March of this year over here. Their name is Kvelertak. They're a Norwegian band. This is their self-titled album, and this thing is a gift from the Nordic gods. It's intense, it's heavy, it's aggressive, but there's not one spot of difficulty on this album for me. Being from where they are, Kvelertak's music sends a lot of signals, showing an influence coming out of the black metal realm, from the blast beats on the drums, the tremolo pick guitars, and especially the lead vocals. But there's a lot more going on here than that. The hard driving force of punk music definitely powers this album, especially in the hard pumping chords. And there's a lot of classic rock and roll sounds that show up on this thing too, especially on the track Sultans of Satan, where without warning, the band just breaks into these guitar riffs that sound straight out of the Jimi Hendrix playbook on the song Foxy Lady. And they then transition that into, geez, this drum break with cowbell that builds a lot like AC/DC's TNT. Basically, even though these guys are not a sludge band or a doom band by any means, you're going to pick up sounds you may already be familiar with on records from Torch, All Pigs Must Die, Baroness, and speaking of Baroness, John Baisley of that band actually did the cover art for this. This thing is built mostly out of distorted guitars, warm bass, really sharp drums, but the band breaks up the instrumentation here and there with these keyboards, acoustic guitars, and these harmonized Viking vocals that give this sense of epicness to a lot of these tracks. And though these guys are a really loud band, and they stay loud for a majority of the time on this record, the sound never wears its welcome because these guys break these harsher moments up with drum fills, melodic guitar leads and solos, build-ups, pauses, because playing as hard and as fast as you possibly can with no interruptions for 5 minutes straight is f***ing boring. Now, some people may say this is just pop metal, and I will agree that there are more difficult groups out there, that there are more challenging records that have been released that are just as much worth your time as this is. But if there's anything that makes this easy to listen to, it's not that Kvelertak are a band of lightweights or anything like that, or they just go easy on you. The reason this is easy to listen to boils down to good songwriting, contrast, righteous melodies, tension. The only other issue I could see with this album is that it blends so many ideas together. It's hard to say, oh, black metal fans will like this, because yeah, sure, that's an influence here, but it's not exactly a black metal album, simply put. And that goes for every other stylistic influence on this thing. Let me know what you guys think of this album. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? It's streaming all over YouTube, on MySpace as well, I believe. Thank you very much for watching this video. Anthony Fantano, Kvelertak, forever. On the needledrop.com, there's a tiny little itty bitty baby link at the bottom, the very bottom of the website. Click on it if you're cool.